Potential energy of a system of charges. Consider two charges q1 and q2 with position vector r1 and r2 relative to some origin. Suppose this is your origin. So r1 and r2 are the position vectors of q1 and q2 relative to this origin O. Consider the charges q1 and q2 initially at infinity. Suppose first the charge q1 is brought from infinity to the point r1. Since there is no external field, the work done in bringing the charge q1 from infinity to the point or to the position r1 is equal to 0. This charge produces a potential in space given by V1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 divided by R1P, where R1P is the distance of a point P in space from the location of the charge Q1. The work done in bringing the charge Q2 from infinity to the point R2 is equal to the product of charge and the potential at R2 due to the charge Q1. So now the work done on the charge Q2 will be the potential due to the charge Q1 is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 divided by R12 multiplied by the charge Q2, where R12 is the distance between the charge Q1 and Q2. Since the electrostatic force is conservative, this work done gets stored in the form of potential energy of the system. So the potential energy of a system of two charges q1 and q2 will be U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 divided by R12. If q2 was brought first to its present location and q1 brought later, the potential energy would be the same. So remember these 2 points. The potential energy expression is unaltered whatever way the charges are brought to the specified locations, because the potential energy is independent of the path, or the work done is independent of the path. That is why you bring the charge q1 first then q2, or q2 first then q1, it doesn't matter. Then the second point is, in the expression for potential energy, that is U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by R12, equation 1 is true for any sign of q1 and q2. Remember, whether the q1 and q2 are both positive or both negative. If they are both positive or both negative, then potential energy is positive, is not it? Since potential energy is positive, the force is repulsive. Work done by external force is positive. So this should you keep it in mind, that potential energy is positive because the force is repulsive and work is done by the external force is also positive. If q1 and q2 are unlike charges, then potential energy will be negative because force is attractive. Work is to be done against force of attraction. Now let us find out the expression for potential energy of a system of 3 charges. Suppose you have 3 charges q1, q2 and q3. The distance between q1 and q2 is r12. Between q1 and q3 is r13, and between q2 and q3 is r23. Suppose you bring the charge q1, q2 and q3 one by one. First let us bring the charge q1 from infinity to the point to this position. Then no work will be done. If you then bring the charge q2 from infinity to this position, then the amount of work done will be equal to the potential due to this charge q1 and the product of the charge with the potential due to the system of charges as you have reduced in the potential energy of a system of two charges. So consider three charges q1, q2 and q3 with position vectors r1, r2 and r3 relative to some origin. To bring q1 fast from infinity to the position r1, no work is required. Next, bring q2 from infinity to the point r2. Work done in this step will be equal to product of charge and potential due to the charge q1, that is q2 into v1 r2, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 divided by r12. You have deduced it previously, where r1 where v1 r2 is the potential at r2 due to the charge q1. The charges q1 and q2 produce a potential at any point p is given by v12, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 divided by r1p plus q2 divided by r2p. P is any point, is not it? So work done next in bringing the charge q3 from infinity to the point r3 will be equal to q3 into potential due to 1 2 at r3. So this will be equal to product of q3 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into q1 divided by r1p plus q2 divided by r2p. So if you multiply q3 here, then it will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q3 plus q2 q3 divided by r23. So here you see the point p is replaced by 3. So the total work done in assembling the charges at the given locations is obtained by adding the work done in equation 2 and 4. In equation 2 we have got that the work done in bringing the charge q2 is equal to this much, and in equation 4 we have got the amount of work done in bringing the charge q3 from infinity is equal to this much. So you have to add these two work done, so that you will get the total work done will be equal to this much, and the total amount of work done is equal to the potential energy of the system. So U will be equal to this much. Remember, the potential energy is independent of the manner in which the configuration is assembled. That is, you first take q1 then q2 then q3, or you first take q3 then q1 then q2. The configuration in which you take the total potential energy, it is immaterial. In the final expression, the potential energy will remain the same. The potential energy is characteristics of the present state of configuration and not on the way the state is achieved. That is, in this figure you see the state of configuration means here you have put q1, here you have put q3, here you have put q2. This should not be altered, but from infinity, whether you first bring q1 or you first bring q2, it doesn't matter. The potential energy expression will remain the same. Let us work out a problem. 4 charges are arranged at the corners of a square ABCD. So these are 4 corners ABCD of side D. Side of the square is D. Then find the work required to put together this arrangement. So what will be the work done in doing this arrangement? The second question is, a charge q0 is brought to the center E of the square. The 4 charges being held fixed at its corner. How much extra work is needed to do this? So here we have to bring the charge on A, B, C and D from infinity. Let us first bring the charge A, that is the plus Q charge, from infinity to this point A, then the work done in this case will be equal to 0. You may bring the charge A, B, C, D in any manner, but we have first taken the charge A first, then B, then C, then D. So when you bring the charge A from infinity to the point A, that is the charge Q plus Q, from infinity to the point A, the work done will be equal to 0. When you bring the charge minus Q from infinity to the point B, the work done will be equal to minus Q into potential at B due to the charge plus Q at A. So this is minus Q into the potential at B. So this will be the work done. Similarly, when you bring the charge plus Q from infinity to the point C, then the work done will be equal to plus Q into the potential at C due to the charge at A and B. Potential at C due to the charge A and B is equal to this much, and if you multiply plus Q with this, the potential, you will get the work done W3. Similarly, you can also calculate the work done W4, that is the work done in bringing the charge minus Q from infinity to the point D, that is minus Q into potential at D due to the charge at A, B and C. Then if you calculate the work done, this will be the work done. The total work done can be found out by adding the W1, W2, W3 and W4, and this will be the total work done. And by definition, this is the total electrostatic energy of the charges. The work done depends only on the arrangement of the charges and not how they are assembled. If we calculate the work done by taking charges in any other order, the energy will remain the same. If a charge Q0 is brought to the center E of the square, then what will be the extra work? Extra work will be equal to product of charge into electrostatic potential at E due to the charges at A, B, C and D. And since potential due to A and C is cancelled by that due to B and D, so the total extra work will be equal to 0, because this potential is equal to 0. So the extra work in putting the charge at E, Q0 at E, will be equal to 0. Next problem, a system consists of two charges, 4 microcoulomb and minus 3 microcoulomb, with no external field placed at minus 5, 0, 0 and plus 5, 0, 0. You see, suppose this is 4 microcoulomb which is placed at minus 5 centimeter, 0, 0, y z coordinate 0 and plus this is plus 4 microcoulomb here and minus 3 microcoulomb at 5 centimeter, 0, 0. Okay, and there is no external field here. What is the amount of work required to separate the two charges infinitely away from each other? So we know the amount of potential energy between these two charges, U will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. So if you put the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2, then it will be equal to minus 1.1 joule. So this amount of energy is required to this amount of work is required to separate the two charges infinitely away from each other. Let us work out another problem. In a quark model of elementary particles, a neutron is made up of one up quark of charge 2 by 3e and two down quark of charge minus 1 by 3e. Okay, in elementary particle we know a neutron consists of 3 quarks, 2 down quark and 1 up quark. The charge of up quark is 2 by 3e plus, and the charge of down quark is equal to -1/3. If they have a triangle configuration with side length of the order of 10 to the minus 15 meter, what is the electrostatic potential energy of neutron in MeV or mega electron volt? You see, these are three quarks. One is up quark, two down quark. They are arranged in a triangle, and each side of the triangle is 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Okay, it is in the nuclear range. So what will be the total energy of this neutron? These three quarks constitute the neutron. So if we write the formula for the potential energy of the three charge system, that is 1/4πε0 Q1 Q2 divided by R plus Q1 Q3 divided by R plus Q2 Q3 divided by R, and substitute the value of Q1 Q2. Q1 here I have taken minus E/3, that is a down quark, and the Q3 I have taken the up quark 2E/3. If you substitute these values of Q1 Q2 or two down quark and one up quark, and you calculate the potential energy, then the potential energy will be minus 0.48 MeV. So we have discussed the potential energy of a system of charges. Next we will discuss about the potential energy in an external field. Thank you.